Yes, sir, Ski. You tuned into another edition of Infinite Vibes. I am Moran, the man, and I got the richest person in the world, DJ B-Lack, she in the building with me as well.
Something like, yes, I love it. I love
hey,
it. We
DJ
love the money.
Yeah, man.
It's 2022, man. We got to
man.
get to this bread.
Absolutely, 2022. 22 is an angel number. And we got a lot of vibes going on. You know, we sit with somebody who is like low key, I think, another best kept secret in the music business right now.
Yes.
We got the vibes with us. He's set to go on the Vibes on Vibes tour with Eric Bellinger and Sammy. If you don't know who this guy is, you've definitely been sleeping up under a rock. Please introduce yourself to our listeners, my guy.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Nick LaVelle, Detroit song, a.k.a. Mr. Howell, in the building. You feel me? It's a vibe. It's a vibe, like you said, infinite vibes and vibes.
Absolutely, man. So I met this guy a couple of months ago at the BET Awards for all the press and all that. We was set up, and we didn't get a chance to chop it up. But, you know, we kicked it. We exchanged numbers, and Buddy was cool. So I just, you know, went home, went through a lot of your songs. And I'm like, bro, like, I didn't even know that was you that made this. It's like, you got a lot of, like, popular songs on the internet, and you just walked in all super duper humble. You was on tour with B2K and Bow Wow and them, and you was just acting like you was just, I don't know, a new guy.
I mean,
like, that's how you was acting. Like you just got one song out. Like,
listen, I just try to keep the energy so balanced, man. When you dealing in this industry, there's so much fake stuff going on. I try to just make sure I'm still a real, you know, individual. Like I said, I'm from the D, so we just built different. You know what I mean? Because that's just how the game be. But you know, like I said, I come in the building. At the end of the day, I want you to feel my energy. I want you to be able to, you know what I'm saying, rock with me, you know, things of that nature.
Well, talk about that, because I feel you when it comes to fake energy in the industry. Like, how do you deal with it? Because, like, I don't know, you can't take it personal, but sometimes it do get to you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
You know
that's
what
a
I'm saying?
fact.
Like, because you're human.
I do deal with it a lot, but I honestly, I just be like, you know what, at the end of the day, I just stay on top of my shit, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I don't ever want to conform to something that I'm not. Like, I still listen to records for artists that I know that did some bull, you know what I mean? And it'd be like, you know, I let it be what it's be, because at the end of the day, that's not who I am.
Right.
But I try my best, like I said, to just stay on point, you know what I mean? I always put out good energy. My motto is always lead with positivity. At the end of the day, what a person chooses to do with the energy that you reciprocate, that's on them. You got to deal with that. You know, that's on your conscience, that's on your energy. So
that's fact.
That's where I'm at with the, you know, situation. And everything.
Absolutely, man. So, you know, you're an artist. You really been putting in a lot of work for a long time. So, talk to our listeners about, you know, how you were introduced to music as a whole. Like, you know, Detroit as a whole is
rap dominant Detroit. You know what I mean?
Motown.
See, that's the thing. Like, people talk about Motown, but in Detroit, it's like we have shifted the trajectory of where the music is now. And it's so, I ain't gonna say it's sad, I think it's incredible, but it's sad for R&B. It's like we don't have a lane where there's not an outlet for R&B in Detroit, which is Motown. Right. And it's crazy because it's like we're such a rap dominant, gritty city. That's what works for our consumer base. So when R&B comes through, it's not given the same push, it's not given the same energy or the same looks as the rap is. And sometimes it's discouraging. But, you know, I made the move to Atlanta, and I'm finding much success on my own, because at the end, I can't wait for my city to push me and support me. At the end of the day, eventually it's going to get to a point where they ain't going to have a choice but to support me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, R&B, you know, singstress that's putting on for the D right now is Queen Naja. Do you see yourself doing some records with her?
I mean, hey, anything is possible, you know what I'm saying? I never rule out any situation, because in due time, everything should always, you know, fall in pocket. If that's what God got in our future, then I think that's something that we will definitely, you know what I'm saying, address. But she's an incredible artist. I remember when she first came up, I went on tour. My very first tour was with Armand and Trey. So those are like her little brothers. And she was like, they were very popular on YouTube, and they tour was doing really well. And I remember her popping out on a couple of the shows, and just her being there, the energy was insane. So
pushed it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, and then she ended up taking off that following year. And I remember being in Detroit at Burn Rubber out in Ferndale or like Royal Oak area, and she had a meet and greet. When I say this was the day I was like, oh, this girl's a star. She had a meet and greet that was like a block and a half long.
Wow.
The line was that long. I said, this is for Queen Naija?
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, oh, this is insane.
She said make way.
Oh, it was insane. Like, it was like, I'm talking about white kids, blacks. I just
different.
love seeing it, though, when it's multiple races
Yes.
just embracing our culture. I fucks with it.
Cause it used to be like back in the day. I mean, they used to talk about it with hip hop, like all the white people, all the white kids. They was buying the records. Black people
Facts.
wasn't buying the records.
You're right.
'Cause
You're
know
absolutely
what I'm
right.
saying? Like that's how it started. So when
We
you
was
think of-
bootlegging it. Like, they
We was
out there
bootlegging.
buying it, but we bootlegging ourselves. We so backwards sometimes. It be out cold.
It's crazy. But what do you see yourself adding to, the R&B scene for the like putting on for your city? Like,
Oh, for Detroit, just
Yeah.
in general. I mean, just bringing that element, opening that door. It's so many talented R&B artists in Michigan in general, and just the fact that if we open that pipeline up, then they're looking now. Now they're looking to see, because that's what happened with the rap scene. They were a couple of guys got in, and now the whole industry is on notice, because Detroit is the hub now. Like, oh damn, Detroit got some rappers and there's some go-getters. But now if I can open that door for the R&B lane, may open up opportunity for us to get on with that. And not even just for Detroit, just with me personally, what I want to add to the R&B, I want to add just that old performance element. I feel there's no performers like me outside of like the mainstream, like the Chris Browns and stuff like that. Outside of that, there's nobody that's performing on stage the way that I perform. There's
Speak
no,
on that, 'cause
you know
you
what I mean?
had the
And
shirt
that's just
out.
me.
You had the butt. You
It's
had
like,
butt
listen,
naked
R&B
out there.
artists, they you know what I'm saying, like I don't do the choreographed dancing, but I know how to cater to my audience and stuff like that. And I feel like the stuff that I do on stage without having a hit record
Right.
is, I feel, is so much more, like, you know what I'm saying, it's more important, because I'm showing that I'm able to really, really rock a crowd. I'm showing I'm really able to move a crowd. Yeah, I don't have a hit record, but I know how to get this crowd rocking and maintain their attention for 10, 15, 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Where I watch other artists who got bigger records, they can't do what I do.
Right.
So
like they want to know who you are. They probably Googling, who is this dude? Like
all the time.
All the time. Like
all the time.
Cause you just got that. You know what the ladies like.
Yeah.
You know what they want.
I used to be a male
And that's
stripper.
key to this, man.
That is key, because
Like,
you really
Can't
gotta
be with
understand
that rah
your
rah
audience
with
for
a
sure.
million ladies in the crowd. Why is y'all yelling? Like,
Yeah.
people don't want to.
But women, it's a balance. I think music needs a balance. That's why I feel R&B. That's what it does. It
Yeah,
brings
it's
the
that
balance.
balance.
Right now, hip hop dominates the music industry in general. Hip hop dominates, but I feel R&B brings that soothing element to it. I always say this: if you play all R&B music at a party, it ain't gonna get shot up. I promise you that.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't think I've ever seen a fight at an R&B party
At
ever
all.
in my life.
Yep, because that's just the energy. That's the energy that we giving on.
For sure. So, talk to us about the culture of Detroit. Is it true that everybody that drinks Faygo soda?
Oh my God! And then he said soda. So
Oh,
look,
that was gonna be my next question.
Talking about pop. We drink pop. We got some pop in this boy. But no, I mean, everybody, man, we got everything. I mean, Detroit culture. I mean, Faygo is. I mean, it is what it is. But we got the food wise. We got Coney. You know what I'm saying? We got Views. We got a bunch of different type of small businesses, especially black owned. That's another big thing that's making stuff shake in Detroit. The culture. We got the Buffs. I'm saying, the glasses, Cartier frames. So we got a lot of different types of minks, fur coats. We got our culture that's like Detroit. That's our vibe and stuff like that. And just being gritty and staying on we some hustlers. Like, Detroit is a hustling city, man. It ain't no way around it. I see a lot of like we don't have, like, Atlanta has a lot of famous people. We don't have that. You can't be famous in Detroit, honestly, for too long before you're forced to move. But at the end of the day, it's like we got street hustlers. We got neighborhood legends. The dope dealers is the hood legends. So that's just how the game go.
BMF showed us that.
Yeah, that
that's a
part.
fact. But
So
that's
how's the
it.
energy been in Detroit, seeing how BMF is now on TV? And,
Right.
No, it's crazy because, like, my family.
You can't stop the rain. And
No, I asked my parents about that. Like, damn, did y'all know anything? Because my mom is from 12th Street, so that's that. But my grandparents and part of that side of my family is from Southwest Detroit. They from the Hole, Delray, River Rouge. My ex-girlfriend, my first girlfriend in high school was from River Rouge. So me just going over there a lot, seeing that. But in 2015 and from 2009 to 2015, and then hearing about how it was back in the 80s and the 90s, it's like, damn, it's steep.
Wait,
You know
how
what I
old
mean?
is you?
I'm 30. I'll be 31 next month.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
okay,
Yeah,
that makes
Happy
sense.
early.
little season. Thank you.
Okay.
Happy early. So you're gonna be on
Appreciate
tour for your birthday.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be actually be in LA.
that's
So
fine.
it's my first time ever celebrating my birthday in LA. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be an
That's
experience. But I'm doing that whole week. We doing San Diego. Then we doing San Fran on the 9th, doing something there. Then we doing San Diego on the 10th, and then we're doing on my birthday we're doing LA. So that's gonna be a vibe. And then Houston on that Wednesday, we got another show. I'm doing my birthday there too.
Yes,
That's
sir,
gonna be
Ski.
fire.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a movie.
Speaking of the tour, you were one of my favorite. You're gonna be opening up for my favorite songwriter of all time, Eric Bellinger.
Ooh.
Okay, because he's an artist.
Yeah.
But like he writes all his shit, so I'm just a big fan of him. Like, and Sammy, they both are legends to me.
Right.
So
No, they are,
like,
they are.
how do you feel like just opening up? You went from B2K, of course, like they legends and they write as well too, but now coming to this where.
All of it is just it's manifestation. It's just like you got to put yourself there mentally. You got to say, hey, listen, I'm humble enough to respect what's ahead of me, but also be confident enough to know, like, nigga, I belong here. I belong on the same stage with these cats because I can do what they're doing, and at the end of the day, like, no disrespect, but I feel like I can do it and I can hang.
Right.
I mean, I can hold my own. So it's definitely a blessing to be on there because Sammy is the reason why I'm on this tour because I remember, and the girl had to remind me this. Eric went on tour 3 years ago, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to get on tour. I'm trying to, what I gotta do. And we was kind of like conversing a little bit on, what we was gonna do, but it never worked out. But I remember a girl literally reaching out to him. He's like, no, Nick the homie, you know what I mean? But just him acknowledging me and knowing who I was, it was a vibe, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a good feeling because it's elevation. Mm-hmm. That's the whole goal, continuously growing. That's what I love about, this, because I don't look at it going from Millennium Tour to this. It's more intimate, so I can really, really attack the fans a lot more. I'm performing in front of, and I wouldn't say in front of 15,000 because I'm opening, so I'm probably getting a couple thousand here and there, but it's all scattered, and I can't really gravitate to them the way I want. I can't connect the way I want. But I feel this tour, I'll be able to connect with them on a more intimate situation. Mm-hmm. Some of these venues I performed at, a lot of these cities I've been to a lot. I mean, already I have a fan base in some of these cities. So it's just going to be a dope situation. And I pray that it's going to be a great experience for me. You know what I mean?
It will be. That shit going to be hard.
Absolutely, man. So, talk to us about some of your inspirations. Like, who are some people that inspired you to want to even do music at all?
Even, I didn't get hooked to Eric Bellinger until, 2013. I had just crossed, but I know for sure.
Cross? You in a fraternity?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm a member of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay.
A Solo, DU, Fall 12. You know what I'm saying? Bad like they know something. But, AB, Jacquees. And I have to be honest, I'm very transparent. These are the artists that I look at as musical inspiration because I genuinely love their music. You know what I'm saying? Obviously Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Robert Tory Lanez, Bryson Tiller. These are guys that I listened to for years and just was like, damn, okay, they are similar to me. Like my lane is similar. Some of them have tone voices where, it's not that you got to be the best singer, but they know how to use their voice correctly to make some of the best music.
Exactly.
So I was like, all right, cool. If and these guys doing it, I want to definitely, not if they're doing it, but mostly like, okay, now that I know that they're doing it, I know ways that I can approach and attack the music. You know what I mean?
It inspires you.
That's a fact.
That's what's
that part.
up.
So this, one song that you did, well, I'm not going to say one song, but one thing that you did was sample a classic Usher record.
Oh, yeah.
And you absolutely held your own on it. So was that your idea to do that?
I did a couple of records like that with Usher. I don't know. What we talking about?
The one that I hit was You Remind Me. That was the one.
Okay. So that one was an artist that sent me a snippet of an idea. And a lot of times that's really what I need when it comes to writing music because I do write a lot of my music, but now I've collabed with a lot of different songwriters because I feel like it's dope. You get different ideas.
It's
people,
Key.
Yeah, it's definitely.
That's how you gonna get
and
your
actually,
Grammys.
one of the artists, her name is Key. That's what she go by. They call her Pen and Key. Like she wrote a lot of records, but definitely, an idea somebody pitched to me, and I kind of got in the studio and just was putting together multiple ideas, and it ultimately came together. You know what I mean? It was a dope record. I threw Freaky Boulevard on there. Shout out to the bro. You know what I'm saying? and he carried his weight, and
That's what's up.
yeah, we still moving and shaking.
So before, did you feel like, because I know writing, like people, I don't know what it is, but people give this disclosure like, you know, I used to not like the ideal of people writing for me, but now I'm open to it because, you know, everything happens for a reason. I think with the Drake situation, that kind of like opened doors to like, okay, people can really feel comfortable with letting people write for you. Like, but you know, that's been happening. So I don't understand why it was a big deal. Why?
No, I don't know. I don't know why people they used to call it ghostwriting, but I look at it now as like it's social media is exploited everything. It was ghostwriting back then because no one knew who you were,
Right.
and it was no way for nobody to know you're in the studio with somebody writing a song unless you got a video. I don't know, there's no way. But now when we are with social media, people are dropping the reference tracks.
Mm-hmm.
People are showing that they wrote for other records, and then it's just helping people because it gets you more exposure. If a Chris Brown find out that you wrote a song for Beyonce, well, now his team is coming after you because they want to know, okay, you write me a song like that.
Exactly.
And that's just how the game goes. But back then it was hard. But now when people are like, yo, I wrote this song, and then they're dropping their snippets, and you're like, oh shit. Then they're singing the songs, you hear their voices. It's like, okay, now you can visually see it. So now people are more open and more prone to doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
Absolutely. It's necessary too because, I don't think people really understand, like, in the music business, there's so many other jobs other than being on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many
Exactly.
ways that you can get money in this. So,
Man, I wish y'all could tell that shit to these niggas, man. Everybody want to be a fucking
They wanna
rapper.
be the
Everybody,
star.
it's like, yo, listen, we need, like, everybody can't be the star.
Exactly.
Once people got that locked in their mind, I think it'll help it'll help the team grow.
Right.
But if they don't see that vision, then it's definitely tough. You know what I mean?
Right.
Absolutely.
Speaking of international, because I know this is National Women's Month,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, the Twitter fingers is real for me because that's how people speak their truth. So I'm going to just talk about a tweet that you just put out today.
Okay.
You said, I don't think you niggas know how important it is to invest in the right woman. If you make her your girl, you have to pour into her. Put her in position.
That's real.
Speak on that.
So, my life has changed so much over the years. I used to be the dude that, like I'm self-made all the way. You know what I'm saying? I get everything out the mud, and I've accomplished so much in my life without a woman on my side. Like, I didn't have a woman in my immediate position or in my immediate forefront to like, all right, I'm about to help you chase your dream. I'm about to help do this. I didn't have that, but it's all good. It ain't like, I don't resent anyone for it. It is what it is. Some women or some people aren't taught how to sustain that or how to keep that, you know what I'm saying, or how to be that type of woman for a man. So I don't hold it against them. So I say, okay, bet. I never was taught how to love a woman. My father didn't do that. It's nothing against him. It's just, that's just what it was.
Right.
So what I realize is I study people. I study what makes sense. I've seen how women react when they're dealing with a nigga that really cares. Like, because the thing is, it's like, any nigga can have money and give you a bag, but can a nigga show you how to make a bag to sustain even when I'm gone?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Everything I've done for a woman, it is what it is. You can take it and teach the next nigga if you want. It is what it is. I know for a fact you're going to always respect me. I know you're going to always value and appreciate the stuff that I've done because I showed you things that another nigga didn't take the time to do. So when I deal with a woman on an intimate level, it's like, yeah, I pour into her. Whatever you want, I'm going to support you 100%. You know what I mean? I'm going to stand by your side, but I'm going to give you the game. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, I don't have to dim no one else's light for me to stop shining. Mm-hmm. My blessings going to come, but I know when you tap into that type of element of a woman, it brings the better out of her. It brings the best out of her. And I've seen that firsthand with some of the women I've dealt with. And it's like, even to this day, I'm still cool with ex-girlfriends and baby moms because at the end of the day, I still help. I still give them advice. I still support them. I still have their back. And that's what I was getting through with that tweet, because I was just like, man, it is so important to be that guy that really, really changed her life, changed her way of thinking, shift her mind just a little bit. Mm-hmm. You never know how much that's all she may have needed. And it could be vice versa. It's just that if you are the person that's going to be doing it, then yeah, that's how I envision that situation.
That's some real shit. I feel like a lot of people don't know. A lot of men probably don't know how to, like you said, because you weren't taught. They don't know how to pour into women, and vice versa. Women don't know how to pour into men because it's just like that.
And we in this generation, we make it so hard. You gotta think like, and this is not. I'm not trying to like go against women or anything. It's more so like men aren't allowed to be sensitive.
Fact.
Men aren't allowed to have feelings now. Men aren't allowed to be emotional, and it's sad because it's like it shows signs of weakness, and some people don't. They don't take heed to it, and I hate it. But I'm looked at as, see, I'm not no crybaby ass nigga. I'm emotional in regards of like I'm passionate about some of the shit I say. Like, okay, I got the bread, but I'm not just about to give you the money, shorty. Exactly. You got to show me, and it ain't nothing on the physical aspect. Show me that you are willing to put the work in, so then I can meet you halfway. I feel when you deal with a nigga, I shouldn't be taking care of you. I should be your safety net. All right, when you fucked up, I got your back. And we should be communicating, and the shit that I'm putting you on should be sustaining like income. It should be putting you in better position. Like I help fix people credit. I help get people structure with their businesses. And if you fuck with me, you damn sure got to be on point with that at least. You know what I mean? Because that's shit. And the stuff that I help women with, that shit for you. It ain't gonna benefit me. It's for you to move on. You got children, you could teach this to your children. So that's just the shit I be on. Niggas don't be caring about that type of shit. Most niggas wanna fuck. And I don't blame them though, because it's like, shit, about time you really meet a chick, if you don't really figure out what she got going on, you probably like, damn, some niggas don't have the time or the patience. Like again, some niggas don't know how to love a woman. They don't know how to pour into her. So I'm learning this shit on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up at the fuck up.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. But you human though, man. Like, cause I feel like even with like relationships, I feel like with this generation, it's not about men versus women. It's like we all in this together.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, and it ain't a one way street. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's balance on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs each other, and that's why I stay on top of that.
Absolutely. Now, you did bring up credit, and one cool thing that you do always showcase on your social media is the fact that, hey, you got good credit. You was able to buy your car with good credit. Yeah. You was able to buy your house with good credit.
That part.
So put us on that type of game. Like, how
just like I said, fuck up at the fuck up. But just to get more in depth, understanding that in our culture, in our neighborhoods, there isn't no course or curriculum for financial literacy. There's no course or curriculum for building credit, sustaining credit, business credit, leveraging credit. There isn't that. So what happens is when you do get the knowledge, it's like, all right, how many people's lives can you change? Because you never know how many people you touch may touch the next person. And in the same sense, yes, you generate income. I show people how to use their credit to make money. Yeah. How to use your credit to get things in life, how to use somebody else's money to get things that you want, and then you still keep the process going, because at the end of the day, everybody else is doing it. Why are we letting everybody pass us? You know what I'm saying? And I just be like, shit, I'm not gonna stand around and wait for another motherfucker to make some shit happen. I'm getting to it. And anybody around me, my niggas, my friends, my team, my girl, anybody I rock with, you gotta be on the same type of time, because at the end of the day, I know what it's like to get pre-approved for a $500,000 house. I know what it's like to have a $100,000 whip. You know what I mean? I know how much, I know how that shit feels, and I want you to have that same feeling. I want you to be able to go to the dealership and be like, yo, I want this car. You don't got to worry about shit because you already got pre-approved from the bank. You know what I mean? I want to go get this house because you already been pre-approved and your credit is on point, and your utilization and debt to income is on point. And it's just teaching our community. That's it. And it starts in the households. It starts with that, because our parents, I'm going to say mine's for sure, have fucked up credit, and then they got their shit together. But then it's like by the time they get their shit together, they 30 and 40. How do we change that? How do we break those generational curses? How do we change the narrative moving forward? And that's just what I be on.
Education, spread the word. I mean, withholding information is why we're behind.
That's a fact.
If you feel like you're the only one that need to be in the room, if you're the only one that need to be successful, then of course there's gonna be more people behind, because it's like, oh, I don't want to give you the source, the light that you need to be like me, or not even like me, but just be better than what you are today. Like, that shit is important, and I just feel like the Black community don't do that enough. It's just like, I'm going to hide this information. Like, I don't.
But it's tough though, because how people like take the certain shit, it be tough. I ain't gonna cap. People be definitely holding the information, but then when you give people the information, some people abuse the information. So it's all about like picking and choosing how you can handle the information that you are giving out or that you are receiving. You know what I mean? So it definitely is like, it's.
What you think if you do it young? What if we start like?
We start young, it's dope, but the thing is, it's tough because even like our mentality isn't fully developed. I remember being in college having really great credit, and I knew that you need to have good credit, but I didn't know like some of the stuff that I did was gonna fuck me up for the long run. You know what I'm saying? And that be the things. If somebody could have told me, hey, don't do this, don't put no motherfucking check in the bank. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you be in check systems. If somebody told me about check systems, knowing that you can have a bank account for 5 to 10 years and that shit hinders you, I would have never did no shit like that. I probably just would have never did it. But then what be happening is people be put in situations where they be vulnerable. That's the killer. If you already don't know financial literacy, you don't know how to balance or manage money correctly. You're 18, 19 in college.
Right. How
the hell if you're about to get evicted and you ain't got no way to get no money and you like, fuck it, I'm about to just get put out. I'm about to go stay with somebody. Not knowing that an eviction is so crazy on the credit report. Now you can't go get no crib. Right. Then you let a car get repossessed. Now you can get no car. Now you did fraud with your bank. Now you can't get no bank account. Now you fucked in the world. That's why I feel that is important that we share that information. I tell people all the time, I don't give a fuck how fucked up you get. Don't let no shit like that. Like, don't get nothing that you can't afford. Don't put yourself in a position where you can't get out of. You know what I mean? Those are some of the tactics and some of the things that you need to, that we need to definitely like emphasize in our community at an early age.
Yeah, very important.
Facts.
Very important. But with business, I want to ask you, because, as an artist, you really got it. Like, as far as like, your chain is real, you know what I'm saying?
All jewelry real. Yeah, hell yeah.
That car out there is yours. So, talk to our listeners about how, because I'm sure you've used some of your credit to fund your music career.
Yeah, like for sure. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing to be in a position to do that. Just getting a house, $350,000, then a year later, the equity of the house, having $150,000 in equity, learning how to make sure your credit is strong enough and your debt to income ratio is good enough to pull out $125,000 in equity, and then to go on a fucking national tour and paying your way and taking care of everything. It gets real, you know what I mean? But also having multiple streams of income coming in, so you're able to move how you want to move without really having a physical. Because I haven't had a 9 to 5 job in like 5-6 years.
Congratulations.
That's a blessing, right?
That's a blessing.
So it's like, shit, I figured out. I created a job for myself. I created jobs that when it wasn't any jobs, I looked at things that people needed, and I figured out how can I make money off of it. So it was just different little situations and tactics that I put together for the most part.
Absolutely, man. Dope. So we close to wrapping up, and I just gotta ask you, what is something that Nick LaVelle wants to do for the genre R&B? Like, what is like a goal of yours for this dope genre that you're a part of? Because we talk about R&B all the time, and we feel like it never went anywhere. It's just a genre of music that's evolving, and people are now accepting the fact that it's evolved.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't know. It's so many different ways and so many different directions we can take it. Me personally, for myself, just, not to be selfish, I just want to make sure that I'm here 5 years from now, 10 years from now, a name that's still ringing bells, you know what I mean? Somebody that is helping shift the culture, just being an entrepreneur artist. I'm solely independent, so it's like doing everything I'm doing, accomplishing what I've accomplished on my own, and still getting to do the things that I love. I mean, that's a vibe. So I'm definitely just trying to, take it in that direction where, more people are independent and still getting it. Because, like I said, it's harder with R&B. It's hard. It's hard as fuck.
Damn. Well, you make it look easy, damn it. You make it look easy, damn it. Everybody ain't going on tour with Eric Bellinger.
That part.
Everybody didn't get to go on tour with Amarion and Bow Wow and all them. So
That's a fact.
You definitely out here making it look easy, man. So just on behalf of Infinite Vibes, you absolutely have our support.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? We're also DJs as well. So whatever the new record is, we support you. Whatever you need from us, we got you.
Say that bad bitch anthem.
Yeah, hey, look at it. I need that right now. I'll spin that motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. So one thing about Infinite Vibes, before we wrap up our interviews, we always ask our guests to just give some positive words of affirmation for anybody that's just on their way up, just trying to get like you. So what is some advice that Nick LaVelle can provide to anybody on their way to the top, be it dog?
Mainly, hey, no matter what happens, always lead with positivity. I swear, like, at the end of the day, you can't change the world in a day. But at the end of the day, you can change the minds. You can change it. You can be the person that kickstart things off, and you can be the change. And that's what I always try to emphasize. Just lead with positivity. And at the end of the day, we all trying to feed our families, trying to make it home every night. We all trying to get to the next level. And you ain't going to get there being mad, beeping, out here in the streets, you know what I'm saying, like politicking in the wrong direction. You know, just stay positive and level-headed. Don't let nobody trick you out of position.
That's a fact.
Wise
That's
words.
a fact. Wise words from Nick LaVelle. So, yes, make sure y'all tap in with Nick LaVelle. He's going on tour with Eric Bellinger and Sammy. The Vibes on Vibes tour pops off on Friday. Center stage sold out. You know what I'm saying? First night sold out. He finna go crazy on that stage.
Yeah,
Please
some
give
push-ups.
Yes, push-ups. All you gonna do a backflip? You gonna crowd surf?
I don't know. I can't say everything.
They
You know
crowd
what
surf
I'm saying?
R&B? Do they do that?
I don't know, man. Tory Lanez be getting away with a lot of shit.
No,
He like in the middle.
Man,
He like
Tory
in the
Lanez
middle.
be doing
he
Royal
be
Rumble.
going crazy.
The Royal Rumble be happening at Tory Lanez. So I done seen him perform
Yeah.
live. This shit be crazy.
He mixed it with a little like it be
Yeah.
a little range with it. Like
Yeah, his should be turned though.
Turn
I like
R&B
it though.
shows.
Energy is key. That's what I noticed with entertainment.
Absolutely,
Energy.
man. Please give our listeners your social media. Let them know how they get in contact with you. All that and then some.
Oh yeah, it's your boy Nick LaVelle. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms at It's Nick LaVelle 1. And follow me for real. All right,
Hey.
listen to music. You know what I'm saying? If you can, I very, very be appreciative of that. And I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity to be tapped in with Infinite Vibes. Yeah, I mean.
Hey,
That part.
Infinite Vibes is up. Nick LaVelle is in the building.
Let's get it.